Harry Steele. I'm the chaplain to the Sheffield Sharks basketball team.
Okay, so chaplain to a basketball team, what exactly does that involve?
It involves getting to know the players, getting to know the backroom staff, and trying to get to know some of the fans as well, and just being around and being there for support for people, whatever it might be. I work quite closely with the players because obviously some of them are overseas players and they're here without away from their family and maybe their friends, and so I try and stay out of the way until I'm needed, and then if I am needed, I'll try and be there for people.
Are many of the players Christians?
There are quite a few actually, and there's a couple who are Christians, and then a lot of them have Christian backgrounds, particularly obviously the American players. So yeah, they're open to chatting and to sharing issues and problems that they've got, and if they just want any advice or just to hang out.
And do you come across any people who are like atheist or agnostic who just don't want to know any of the players?
There's some who are more engaging than others, and that's fine. You just give them the space that if they want it, and if they do want help, then you help them out. So, but no one's hostile. I mean, I think it's a good part. Perhaps it gives credence to the club that we're a big enough club to have our own chaplain and to care for all kinds of different needs, be it physical with the physio, be it coaching, or be it spiritual and emotional needs, I suppose.
Talk me through what you would do on a match day like today.
I try and get here early. I try and go around all the volunteers who help letting people in and doing tickets and stuff, and just chat to them and say hello. I might try and say hello to some of the players. I usually go to a practice once a week and just catch the back end of a practice. And then at the actual game, I just try and be as vocal and as loud as I can. Most of the fans know me now. I wear my dog collar to the game, and I bang a drum and just try and be encouraging in that way as well. So,
do you think that if a player is religious, that can give him a bit extra in terms of mental strength?
It's a very good question, and there are people who are doing studies on this actually. I think that sport and faith have a lot of things in common. You're never quite sure how it's going to go. Sometimes it goes well, sometimes it's a challenge. So I think there is a commonality there, and I do think that ultimately if everything is difficult and begins to go wrong, then there is something you can fall back on, and you probably do have an emotional and mental strength. Yeah.
Do any of the players pick you up when, after a heavy defeat, they say, well, what's the point, kind of thing?
I've never had that, to be honest, no.
Okay.
I'm pleased, because I don't know quite what I'd say.
Fair enough. And with the playoffs coming up, obviously, does your role step up a notch, or?
I think I'll just carry on what I'm doing, really. I will call into the practice this week and chat to the guys a little bit and see how they're doing, and just be around. And I'm going to enjoy having a drink with some of the guys after tonight's game, which was very good, if you're from Sheffield.
Excellent. So not averse to a bit of alcohol then?
I'll have the odd drink with them, yeah.
Okay, that's good. Finally, hoping to get to the playoff finals in Birmingham this year. Do you think the Sharks can make it?
It'll be, if they do, I think they will have exceeded expectations. I think the Sharks have had a very successful season because they've done very well when they've not had the resources and not everything's gone well for them. So the season they've had with the resources and the hiccups that they've had to get over has been very successful, although on paper not as successful as last year, obviously. But they've done well. Tonight's going to be good and important for them because it's a bit of a high and a boost going into the playoffs. We're on the road on Sunday, and I hope we get a win there as well. And you never know. That's the beauty of the playoffs, I suppose.
Asking you more as a fan now, do you think Justin Dobbins leaving had a big effect, or?
It shortened our team, certainly, and Mike took Nous to work very hard on the rebounds. Olu did really well tonight on the boards, which was good to see. We lost something when Justin went, but then Ryan came in and we gained something, and Ryan's great at setting up the plays, and he's a good from the beyond the arc, good free throw specialist. So, it was sudden from my point of view. I guess most of the players might have known about it. It happens, that's sport, I suppose, and that's life, I guess.
Okay, thanks very much.
Thank you.